Hello everyone, welcome to 90 Plus Double Part Tuition, the world's first learning assurance model. Okay, so this is your teacher Divya, and today we'll be having history classes, right? So in history classes, like how many of you like history? Tell me, how many of you like history? How many of you guys will
Ma'am, I like history, but the names are so hard.
Okay. Rest of the people, you can talk. Everybody, yeah, you can talk.
I like history too.
Huh.
I like history.
Okay.
I like
Why
history,
like
ma'am.
I like geography.
Geography, okay.
Ma'am, I also
Fine.
like geography.
Okay. Fine, that's fine. Okay.
Ma'am, what's your name?
My name is Divya. Okay, now I'll share my screen, okay?
Okay.
Okay, no issues. If you have a technical issue, just try to fix it, but it's fine. Okay. So yeah, my PowerPoint is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, am I visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay then. So reshaping India's political map. What do you understand by this? What do you understand by this?
We are creating a political map.
Okay, wait. So today we are gonna study about rise and fall of Delhi Sultanate. Okay. So do you know something about the Delhi Sultanate?
They were powerful.
Come on, you guys can tell. I need everybody to talk. Everybody should talk. Everybody.
There are some rulers.
Okay.
They were powerful.
Okay. And
Delhi Sultan ruled most part of the India.
huh?
Delhi Sultan ruled most part of the India.
Okay. Have you studied about this before?
No,
Yes.
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 no.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
No. No or yes?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay, fine. So let's see about it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's see about it. Okay. So now here we are gonna see about the rise and fall of Delhi Sultanate. Okay. So formation, it was formed after the defeat of Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay. When is the Delhi Sultanate formed? It was formed in the year 1192. 1192. Okay. 1192. When it was formed? Tell me. Huh?
1192.
Okay.
1192.
After the defeat of which king?
Prithviraj Chauhan.
Okay, which part of India he has ruled?
Northwestern.
Northwest India.
Northwestern part of India. Okay, tell me some states in northwestern part of India.
Delhi.
Okay. Then? Huh?
Jammu and Kashmir.
This is India map. Ah,
Yali, Tata joined there 5 minutes.
sorry?
Joined there.
Yeah. Join. So here like you have Kashmir, Punjab, Delhi, Haryana, Rajasthan. Then Gujarat,
Jammu and Kashmir.
Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh.
Andhra
Here you have
Pradesh.
Maharashtra. Huh?
Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh, it is in the south. No. It's not in the northwest, okay?
Jammu and Kashmir.
Jammu and Kashmir.
Rajasthan. Haryana.
Rajasthan, Haryana, fine.
Punjab.
Punjab. Okay. So yeah. See, you have seen all this, okay? You have, you know some states, right? You have some states and Prithviraj Chauhan, after the defeat of the Prithviraj Chauhan, Delhi Sultanate was formed. Okay, it was formed in the year 192. Okay, so this and there are 5 dynasties. Okay, in Delhi Sultanate. Okay. Ah,
ഞാൻ ലേറ്റ് ആയിട്ടാ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തേ.
that's okay. I just started.
ഓക്കെ മാം.
So you have 5 dynasties. What are the dynasties? Mamluk, Khilji dynasty, Tughlaq dynasty, Sahib dynasty, and Lodi dynasty, all of Turkish Afghan origin. Okay, what are they? Come again. Just tell what are they. Tell me.
മാം പൃഥ്വിരാജ് ചൗഹാൻ വന്നതിന്റെ ശേഷമാണോ നോർത്ത് വെസ്റ്റേൺ ഇന്ത്യയില്
Prithviraj Chauhan,
വന്ന്
he was defeated. Okay, after that only Delhi Sultanate was formed. Okay.
അല്ല മാം ഡൗട്ട്
പറയൂ.
മാം പൃഥ്വിരാജ് ചൗഹാൻ വന്നിട്ട് ഇവരെ ഡിഫീറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണോ?
No. Prithviraj Chauhan was already there, okay? These people from this dynasty, they came and defeated Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay? After that only Delhi Sultanate was formed. Okay?
Okay.
So 5 dynasties. There are 5 dynasties under Delhi Sultanate. What are they? Somebody just read it.
Mamluk,
Mamluk, Sahib and Lodi dynasty.
Okay, fine. Stop. So, there in Delhi Sultanate special.
what's the name of the chapter?
It was given as Rise and Fall of Delhi Sultanate.
Okay, ma'am.
So political instability was also there. Okay. It was marked by the violent succession. Almost 2 sultans out of 3 seized power by eliminating their predecessor. See, there was a lot of political instability. Okay. The political system was not good. There was no harmony. Okay. So decline when the territory sharp considerably in the face of increasing resistance from other states.
Shaping India's political map alle chapter. Reshaping. Reshaping.
Yeah, this one. Chapter 2.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, chapter മനസ്സിലായി.
The chapter name is Reshaping India's Political Map. Okay. Under this, we are going to study about Delhi Sultanate. And this Delhi Sultanate, it was formed in 1192. That is 1192. It was formed after the defeat of Prithviraj Chauhan. It has 5 dynasties under Delhi Sultanate. What are they? Somebody tell me.
Mamluk,
Sahib and Lodi dynasty.
Mamluk, Khilji, Tughlaq,
and Lodi. Okay, fine. Okay, and there was also political instability there. Okay, so rest of the things we will see. Okay, so Alauddin Khilji's campaign. Now we are going to study about a king named Alauddin Khilji. So Khilji dynasty. So he was in which sultanate? Khilji dynasty. Okay, so he is also in Delhi Sultanate. Okay.
Ma'am, late I joined.
Sorry?
I was late joining.
That's okay. I'm just I'm just talking about the reshaping India's political map. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
And I'm just telling here the rise and fall of Delhi Sultanate. Here Like we are talking about the defeat of Prithviraj Chauhan. Like it was in 1192. Okay, you ruled part of the north and western India, and here like we have five dynasties: Mamluk, Khilji, Tughlaq, Sayyid, and Lodi. And we have this political instability, and it was also like there was also decline. Okay, so Alauddin Khilji's campaign. What was Alauddin Khilji's campaign? Who was Alauddin Khilji, by the way?
Delhi Sultan.
Okay, so expensive military campaign in 14th century. Alauddin Khilji leads campaign across India. His forces sacked the cities and repelled Mongols. Khilji was also expanded south, attacking the Hindu centers. So what happened? He has a very good military power. Okay, who has a very good military power?
Alauddin Khilji.
Alauddin
What he
Khilji.
did? He just fought against the Mongols. Mongols is also a group. Okay, he just fought against the Mongols. Okay, fine. You get it?
Ma'am, it's Mongols, right?
Yeah, Mongols. Yeah. So Khilji, he also attacked the south. Okay, he also in south what he attacked, he also attacked the Hindu centers. Okay, you got it? Okay, now someone tell me about Alauddin's military. In which century?
14th century.
14th century.
Okay, what he did?
He fought against Mongols.
Okay, then what else he did?
He attacked Hindu centers.
Khilji expand south.
Okay. The second Alexander Cohen, Alauddin Khilji styled himself as the second Alexander. You guys know who is Alexander?
No, ma'am.
Any idea?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Unless he is one of the greatest conquerors of the world.
Okay. So he himself, Alauddin Khilji, he himself called himself as second Alexander. Okay. So who is the second Alexander?
Alauddin
Khilji.
Alauddin Khilji.
So because he was so ambitious for conquest. Okay. Right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
Alexander. Ma'am, who is Alexander?
What?
Ma'am, who is Alexander?
Alexander, he was a great warrior in the India, like in the world. Okay.
Okay,
He
ma'am.
was a very great warrior, but he died before Alauddin Khilji itself. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, 1 minute. Can I write that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You guys have holiday today?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can I change?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we will see about Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Tughlaq is which? Tughlaq. It's also
Tughlaq
it also comes under
Tughlaq dynasty.
huh?
Delhi Sultan.
Yes. So in Tughlaq reign, there is a territorial expansion. That means military only. Okay. Military expansion only. Okay. Military was expansion. From the time since the Mauryan Empire, most of the subcontinent were under one ruler. See, mostly it was under one ruler. Capital relocation, one important thing, very, very, very important. Even when I studied, this was very important. Okay. See, before his capital was in Delhi. Okay. Then he moved it to Daulatabad in Devagiri. Okay. And later, first see. Okay. Wait. Let me explain. So, can I have two
Where
volunteers?
is Devagiri?
Well, it's in the other side. Can I have two volunteers?
Yes,
Someone-
Me.
Yes, me.
Huh?
I raise him.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Can you raise your hand?
Miss, I raise
Only
my hand.
only two. Guys,
Miss, I raised my hand.
Miss, I
lot
raise my
of
hand.
people. Okay, a lot of people have raised your hand, but I need only two.
Mommy.
Me.
Huh?
Me.
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 Okay,
Me.
Me.
okay, guys. Krish,
Yes, ma'am.
Krish, where are you from, Krish?
I am from Estate Muk, Gedul.
Huh?
Estate Muk.
Huh? Come again?
Estate Muk.
SB?
Estate Muk. Kozhikode.
Which district?
State
Which
Muk.
district?
Calicut.
Calicut. You are from Calicut. Okay. Alina,
Ma'am,
you are from which district?
ma'am, Thiruvananthapuram.
Trivandrum. Okay. So first we will take. Okay. We have two. Wait. See, first we have one cap. He has, for example, one capital. Okay. The name of the capital, Trivandrum. Okay. He has this capital first. Then he shifted his capital to Calicut. Then again, okay, this is second. Then again he was not happy with it. Then again he shifted back to Trivandrum. Like that. First capital is Delhi. From that he moved to Daulatabad. Okay. And then later he moved to Delhi itself. It is while traveling itself, many people have lost their life in that. Okay. Can you understand it now?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
Ma'am, how
Yes,
school's
ma'am.
name is Devagiri.
What?
My school's name is Devagiri.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
ma'am.
You want me to explain again, Avani? Okay,
No.
guys.
Ma'am,
Now,
how they lost their life?
by traveling. See, this king Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay. First, he has one capital. What is his first capital?
Delhi.
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 Okay.
Delhi.
From where he moved? Capital?
Delhi to Daulatabad.
Delhi to Daulatabad.
Daulatabad.
Daulatabad. Okay. Then again he shifted his capital to
Delhi.
Delhi.
that's it. During traveling, many people lost their lives. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. You got it? Okay. Token currency. Introduce copper coins with the value of silver of gold coins. Testing confusion in trade and encouraging counterfeiting. See, he also introduced copper coins. Okay. It is also equivalent to the value of silver and gold coins during this time. Okay. This is an important takeaway. You got it? Fine.
Ma'am, can I write token currency?
Huh? Copper.
Can I write token currency?
Yeah. You want me to change the slide for a minute?
Yes, ma'am.
Introduced copper coins with the value of silver and gold coins. It created confusion in trade. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
You got it?
Yes.
Fine. Okay. Next slide we'll go. Then we have impact of Delhi Sultanate. What we have?
Impact of Delhi Sultanate.
Okay. So, wealth and luxury. Sultans and the court elites lived in luxurious palaces, enjoying elaborate clothing, jeweled ornaments, and fine food. Okay, in Delhi Sultanate, what will we have? We have elite court life, nice court life, where they lived in very luxurious palaces. Okay, where they live?
Luxurious palace.
Palaces.
They enjoyed very good clothing. They also had very good ornaments and they had very fine food. Okay. You got it?
Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am.
So how they got all this? They stole it. Okay. They stole it from military campaign. They levied heavy taxes on common people. Okay. They also levied heavy taxes on conquered regions, and also they are involved in slave trade. Okay. What are they? Military. Where they had many military
Campaign.
Taxes on common people.
Legislate on common people.
and
Taxes from
From common people, taxes from
engagement in slave trade.
conquered regions.
right. Perfect. Yeah. So religious impact. They had numerous attacks. Okay. They attacked the Buddhist centers, Jain centers, and Hindu temples. Okay. What they did?
They attacked Buddhist, Jains, and Hindu temples.
Okay. So jizya tax. Jizya is a kind of tax. Okay. It was a tax imposed on non-Muslim subjects to grant them protection and exemption from military services. So jizya is a kind of tax. It was imposed on non-Muslims. Who are non-Muslims? Hindus?
Hindus,
Christians, Jains,
Yeah,
Buddhists.
Christians, Jains.
Buddhists,
Okay. He imposed what tax on them? Non-Muslims?
jizya tax,
tax.
Okay. To grant them protection
tax.
and exemption from family military services. Okay. So Timur's invasion at the end of 14th century. Timur's devastating attack on Delhi left the city in ruins. So at the end of 14th century, what happened? Timur. You should keep in mind this name. Who attacked Delhi at the end of 14th century?
Timur.
Timur,
Ma'am, Timur. Ma'am, who is Timur?
One time.
Timur is also a king. You will be studying about it in later chapters. Okay.
Isn't Timur one of the ancestors of Mughal?
I think no, or maybe we'll study about it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I'll give it an answer in the next class. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, resistant to the Delhi Sultanate. Somebody?
Other side for a minute.
Huh?
Can you show the other side for a minute?
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Can you show the other side for a minute? Slide.
Huh? Other slide. Okay. Yeah. Fine.
1 second, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I'll change the slides. Okay. So resistant to Delhi Sultanate. Eastern Ganga. So what is resistance?
Protection for Delhi Sultan.
No. Fighting or against Delhi Sultan. People who are against Delhi Sultanate. Okay.
Enemies of Delhi Sultan.
Might be. You can also call like that. So in the Eastern Ganga Kingdom, there was a ruler called Narasimha I. Okay. They repelled multiple inroad of the Sultanate and defeated the Delhi Sultanate governor of Bengal. Okay. He defeated governor of Bengal. Munsuri Nayakas, they are Telugu chieftain who rallied over 74 more chieftains, formed a confederacy and expelled Muhammad bin Tughlaq's army from Warangal. Okay, what did Munsuri Nayak do? He expelled Muhammad bin Tughlaq's army from Warangal. Okay. What he did? He expelled. Come on, tell me. Anybody here?
expelled Muhammad bin
Tughlaq's army from Warangal.
army from
Muhammad bin Tughlaq's army from
Warangal.
Okay, who did it? Who did it? Who did it?
Muhammad bin Tughlaq.
Who expelled Munsuri Nayak? Okay.
Munsuri Nayak.
Okay. Holy Salas, they ruled southern parts of India and fended off several attacks from Delhi Sultanate, remaining the only independent kingdom in the south. So Holy Salas are independent kingdom in the south. Okay. They somehow survived all the attacks of Delhi Sultanate. Okay. So Rana Kumbha, ruler of Mawar kingdom, who successfully repelled invasion of regional sultanates. So Rana Kumbha, what he did? He didn't. They were like, okay. What did they tell me?
Repelled
Repelled
invention.
Successfully
invasions by
repelled
regional
invasions from regional
Okay, they didn't let the Delhi sultanates to capture them. Instead, they just escaped from it, or they just like missed from it. Okay, you got it? Fine.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
somebody
ma'am.
just explain me this. Whoever. Yeah, come on, explain.
Ma'am, can you explain Jyotya, please?
Huh?
Jyotya.
Sorry.
Jyotya type.
Who is it talking?
Hello?
Yeah. Okay, you can explain. Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Can you explain Jyotya type, please? I'm not.
Can you talk clearly, or else you can also type the message.
Jyotya type.
Yeah, okay, whatever. You can. Yeah. You want to explain, or somebody can tell me what she is about to tell?
No, she is asking you to explain, not her
Oh,
to explain.
okay. So,
Ma'am, could
resisted
you
to Delhi.
explain this Malayalam?
Actually, I don't know Malayalam, so I can understand Malayalam, but I cannot talk that much like a fluent Malayali.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Which language do you know?
Tamil.
உங்களுக்கு தமிழ் தெரியும்?
தெரியுமா? If you want me to explain in Tamil, I will. If you are okay, just give me the symbol. If you want me to explain in Tamil.
ma'am.
Huh?
No, ma'am. I don't know much Tamil, but I used to be.
Okay. If majority of
I don't know.
you don't know,
I know both Malayalam and Tamil.
huh? I can understand Malayalam, but
கொஞ்சம் தமிழ் தெரியும்.
okay.
I know Malayalam and Tamil.
Huh?
I know Malayalam, Tamil.
Sorry?
I don't know Tamil.
You know Tamil?
I don't know.
Ma'am, do you know Spanish?
Huh?
Ma'am, I did not know.
Okay, not an issue.
She said, do you know Spanish?
I know.
Okay, guys, wait.
Ma'am, it's fine. You can just speak in English itself.
Okay,
Ma'am,
fine, thank
Do you
you.
know Spanish?
Tell me. Okay, we'll just go to this. I'll explain you. See, there were people who were against Delhi Sultanates. Okay. So in the Eastern Kingdom, okay, there was a king called Narasimha. So he was against the Delhi Sultanate. Okay. So he was against Delhi Sultanate and he defeated Governor of Bengal. Okay. So there were also Munsuri Nayakas. Okay. They were a Telugu people and they defeated Muhammad bin Tughlaq's army in Warangal. Warangal is in AP, Andhra Pradesh. Okay.
Ma'am, what do we say? I am going in Tamil.
Huh?
What do
Sorry,
we say?
Warangal
I am
is in
going
Telangana.
I am going.
You're going? Why?
What do we say? I am
In Tamil,
going in Tamil.
in Tamil, like you will say na poren.
Right?
So Holy Salas, okay, they
Na
were the
polam.
Korea. You're going? Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about this later. Okay, they were also Holy Salas. They ruled the southern part of India, and they escaped many. They just escaped many attacks from the Delhi Sultanate, and they remained the independent kingdom in the south. Okay, Rana Kumbha, it was a ruler of Mawar kingdom who successfully repelled Delhi Sultanates. Okay, fine, you got it. Fine.
Yes,
Are
ma'am.
you
Yes.
okay? Somebody explain me then.
Ma'am, I didn't understand.
Again, see, there were some resistance to Delhi Sultanates. So there was the Eastern Ganga kingdom. Okay, there was Narasimha I. He defeated the Delhi Sultanate in Bengal. Okay, there were Munsuri Nayakas. Okay, they defeated. They are Telugu people, like Telugu warriors. They defeated Muhammad bin Tughlaq's army in Warangal. Okay, Holy Salas were there. They ruled parts of southern India. Okay, but they also attacked this Delhi Sultanates, and they were the independent kingdom in the south. Rana Kumbha, they were the ruler of Mawar kingdom, successfully repelled invasion from regional sultanates. Okay, fine. Who is that talking?
Confederacy.
Who is that? Excuse me.
Anthony.
Yes, Ritika.
Anthony. It's Anthony.
And
What is confederacy? What is confederacy?
Group of troops, military people. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So we are
Okay, ma'am.
okay. Now we are gonna talk about the Vijayanagar Empire. Okay. In Vijayanagar Empire, two brothers are there. What are the name of the brothers? Read it.
Harihara and Bhuva.
Okay. They were the governors of. Initially, they were the governors of whom?
Muhammad bin Tughlaq.
Okay. After that, they came out from Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Then they form an independent kingdom name. What is the name of the kingdom?
Vijayanagar Empire.
What is the name of the name?
Vijayanagara Empire.
Okay then. Century it is happening?
14th century.
Ma'am,
14th century.
ma'am,
Okay.
ma'am, I didn't understand the last page.
Last page. Okay, I think like most of you have problem. I will teach you at the last. Is that fine?
Sheri.
So yeah, Vijayanagar Empire, tell me, which century?
14th
14th
Century.
It was formed by
14th century.
Harihara and Bukara.
Harihara and Bhuva.
initially they were
and Bhuka.
Governors under Muhammad bin Tughlaq.
Governors
Governors under Muhammad bin Tughlaq.
then how they formed this Vijayanagar Empire?
They formed it independently.
Established an independent kingdom that
kingdoms that grew into Vijayanagar Empire.
Vijayanagar Empire.
Okay. So they came out from which king? They came out from which king?
Muhammad bin Tughlaq.
Okay, this slides is fine.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Somebody read this.
Thank you.
According to folklore,
Only one at a time. Wait.
chasing a pack of
Everybody wait for a minute. Please, everybody wait. Only one. I'll be calling the names. Wait. I'll call the name.
Mummy, mummy, mum,
Wait,
My
wait, wait.
name, please.
Wait.
Ma'am, please.
Who is it? Wait. Raise your hand.
according,
Oh, so many people, guys.
mum, please.
Can I? Please.
Wait. So many people, I cannot.
Ma'am, S100.
Ma'am, what is happening?
Can you call me?
Okay. Aradhya.
Ma'am, why?
Aradhya.
Yes,
Who is
ma'am.
it? Yeah. You can read.
According to the folklore, they witness a hare turning around and chasing a pack of hounds at Hampi, is symbolizing expected strength and courage.
Sorry. Wait.
Their guru Vidyarana.
Ma'am, can I read?
Vidyarana.
Okay. One paragraph she read. Other can read. Who asked now? You can
Ma'am,
read.
me.
Wait.
You, ma'am. Ma'am, please. I asked first.
Okay. Who is it?
Ma'am,
Me.
S100.
Me.
Mummy, 768 roll number. Ma'am, Shray. Ma'am, Shray.
Stray. Okay, you can read. You can see the slides, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, read. Read. Hello, guys.
Ma'am, ma'am, I was mute. Sorry. Their guru Vidyaranya interpreted this as a sign of resilience and advised them to establish their capital at that very spot.
Okay, so what's given here is, so there was a folklore. Okay, what was there? They witnessed a hare. What is hare?
What is folklore?
Huh?
Folklore.
Folklore is the ancient stories.
Okay.
So according to the ancient stories, they witnessed a hare. It was turning and it was chasing a pack of hounds at Hampi. Okay, Hampi is in Karnataka. It's symbol.
What is horns?
Horns is a kind of animal.
Is it like foxes?
Huh?
Is it like wolves?
Might be kind of, yeah.
Now, what is hare?
Hare is rabbit.
Okay.
Werewolves, ma'am?
Huh?
Ma'am, hare is the male version of a rabbit.
Yeah, exactly.
Fox, ma'am? Hounds.
What's his name?
Hounds is a kind of fox.
Ma'am, hounds are dogs which are fast,
Yeah.
really fast.
Yeah, okay, fine.
And the hare used to be, hare used to have run after the hounds.
Okay.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of Hampi?
Hampi is a place in Karnataka.
Ma'am, actually,
Ma'am,
hare
it's a
refers to wild
Vidyarana.
rabbits.
Huh?
Vidyarana's
Hare refers to wild
dynasty.
rabbits.
Sorry?
Ma'am,
Hare refers to wild
meaning.
rabbits.
Ma'am, Vidyaranya meaning.
Vidyaranya, see, it was the name of a guru. Okay. See, there what happened? This Vidyaranya was there. He just saw, we have, there was a image. What was the image? They have this hare. It was turning around and it was chasing a pack of hounds at Hampi. Okay,
Ma'am, it showed that courage was there with the hare. And they wanted to.
It showed unexpected strength and courage. So their guru, Vidyaranya, he just interpreted this as a sign of resilience. Okay, interpreted this as a sign of resilience and advised them to establish their capital at the very own spot. What is the spot? It's Hampi.
Ma'am, Flamingo Pace told about the place.
Huh?
It was Flamingo Pace, the foreigner.
Sorry?
The foreigner who came to the place, Hampi.
Okay.
The Flamingo Pace.
Okay. I think so. Okay, so you got it?
Ma'am, it's not textbook.
Ma'am, okay.
Okay, so you got this?
Okay.
Okay. So the empire faced several rivals and challenges its dominance. Okay, the empire it has faced several challenges. Okay, it has several enemies. Rival means enemies. What is rivals?
Enemies.
People who can challenge you.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. So it has several enemies, people who can challenge you. Okay. They have this who are they? They have this Bahmani Sultanate. Okay. This is also one of the Sultanate. Okay. This is also one of the Sultanate. Okay. This is also one of the Sultanate. They were the enemy to which Sultanate? Bahmani Sultanate was the enemy to which Sultanate? Delhi Sultanate. Okay. You guys are there?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The Deccan Sultanate.
Okay.
It has like places like Bijapur, Golconda, Berar, Ahmednagar, Berar. Okay. And the
Delhi
Rajamahalas of Odisha. Okay.
എടി ഒച്ച കുറച്ചൊക്കെ ഇതിനകത്ത് ഒച്ച കേൾക്കുന്നില്ല.
Guys, what's happening, guys?
ഒച്ച ഇത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ പ്ലീസ്.
Guys, what's happening?
That kid does not have roll number.
The rival to Delhi Sultanate or Vijayanagara Empire.
What?
This Bahmani Sultanate was a rival to
Delhi
Vijayanagara
Sultanate.
Empire.
To Delhi Sultanate.
Here it says the empire.
Wait, let me check.
Ma'am, broom, right?
Huh?
Some girl named Broom does not have a roll number.
Okay, you can inform this to your class teacher. Huh? She will take care. Sorry guys, this is the Bahmani Sultanate. They are the enemy to Vijayanagar Sultanate. Okay.
സാധാരണ സബ്ജക്റ്റിൽ 35 പിള്ളേരുണ്ട്, ഇതിൽ 100 പിള്ളേരുണ്ട്. നിങ്ങളുടെ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ 180 പിള്ളേർ.
Guys, please okay.
When someone is unmute.
No, my PC.
Okay. The Gajapati rulers of Odisha in the east, they were the enemies to the Bahmani Sultanate, the Deccan Sultanate, and Gajapati rulers of Odisha in the east, they were the enemies to Vijayanagar Empire. Okay, they were the enemies to.
Ma'am, can you say that again slowly?
Yeah. See, we have this Bahmani Sultanate, and we have the Deccan Sultanate, and Gajapati rulers of Odisha in the east. Okay, they were the enemies to Vijayanagar empires. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, actually you said that hare means male rabbit. It's actually wild rabbit which lives in wild.
No,
kind of rabbit.
No, it's a kind of rabbit. Like, yeah, you can check
Wild
it in
rabbit,
Google.
isn't it?
You can check it in the Google. I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
A kind of brown color rabbit.
I have a doubt. Like Gajapati rulers are the enemies of Vijayanagar Empire.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, a section of ruins of Vijayanagar city, that is present Hampi. The largest building is Virupaksha temple. The largest building is Virupaksha temple. You got it?
Ma'am,
Yes.
Virupaksha? Virupaksha?
Virupaksha is a temple. It is in present day Hampi.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, Krishna Devaraya's regime. Now we are about to see Krishna Devaraya's regime. Okay. So here we have the military power. So this military power, it expanded and secured dominance over Deccan. So this military power, okay, what did happen? It expanded and secured dominance over Deccan. Okay. You got it? You got it, guys?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you explain it one more time? Military power.
Yes, ma'am.
Just 1 minute, 1 minute. I'm just 1 minute. Guys, Gloria is there? Gloria? Yes, 95742, you are there?
Yes.
What happened, Gloria? Like your chat box is not working or something?
No, yes, ma'am. My chat box is not working, and you can't hear what I say.
Okay. Might be I was like busy with the teaching. Like, tell me, what's your doubt?
This can you explain this year tax, please?
Which one?
This year tax.
Jishya tax. Wait. You can able to see my screen, right? Wait. See, Jishya tax. It was a tax. It was imposed on non-Muslims. Who are non-Muslims, Gloria?
Like other religion.
Okay, who are they?
Hindu, Christian, Jains, Buddhist.
Okay. So, they will be paying the tax. To whom? To which sultanate? To Delhi Sultanate. Okay. So, to grant them protection. So, these people, this Delhi Sultanate, they will tell, okay, I will give you protection and I will also expel you from the military services. Instead, you just pay tax to me. That is known as Jizya tax. Especially, this tax was collected from non-Muslim people, Hindu, Christians, Jains, Buddhists. Got it? Got it, Gloria?
Okay.
Okay, I'll move forward to the next.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes.
Ma'am, dominance means
Your voice is not clear. Who is it talking?
Ma'am, dominant means
Dominant means something who takes control of everything.
okay, ma'am.
Okay. So Krishna Deva Raya is right. Krishna Deva Raya is right. Okay. Sahil.
Ma'am, can you explain military power?
Wait, which military power?
This one.
Which one?
Expand and secure dominance over Deccan.
Where it is? Yeah. This one?
Why did
This one?
No, ma'am.
Correct.
After this Krishna Deva Raya.
Okay. Let me teach. So Krishna Deva Raya, right? So there was military power. It was expanded and secured control over Deccan region. Okay, dominance means control. Okay, it got expanded, right? It got expanded and it secured dominance over Deccan. Okay, there was a cultural resistance. They patronized Sanskrit. Sanskrit. It is a language. It was given importance. Along with the Telugu and Kannada was also given importance. And they composed Telugu poems. What is the name of the poem? Amukta Malyada. Okay.
Amukta Malyada.
Okay.
Malyada.
Yeah. It's a Telugu poem. Okay. It includes royal policy and good governance. In that, what they are talking about? They are talking about royal policy and good governance, right? So temple patronage, it provides grants to many temples, including Tirupati and Vittala temple. They give donations basically to Tirupati and Vittala temple. How many of you have been to Tirupati?
Not me.
Okay.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Have you went?
Yeah, it's just 100 kilometers from the place where I am.
Ma'am,
Mm.
what's your name?
My name is Divya.
Where are you coming from?
I'm from Tamil Nadu. Okay. So see, this temple, they have given many donations to Tirupati and Vittala temple in Vijayanagara, that is Hampi. Okay. These temples have good architectural details, very good architectural details. Okay. So yeah. So Krishnadevaraya, it has a very good military power and they secured control over the Deccan regions. They also give more importance to Sanskrit, Telugu and Kannada scholars. Okay, they composed Telugu epic poem called Amukta Malyada. Okay, what it talks about? What it talks about, guys?
Royal policies and good governance.
Okay, so they give donations to which temples?
Tirupati and Vittala temples in Vijayanagara.
Okay.
Vijayanagara with intricate architecture.
Okay, so there was a traveler. Okay, this is his perspective. Somebody read this. Who is gonna read this? Only one. One is
Mummy.
Maureen will be reading.
Okay.
She raised her hand first.
This city seemed to me as large as Rome and a very beautiful.
Ma'am, this is the one which I told.
There are
This
many
foreigner.
groves of trees
Okay.
within it, in the gardens, the houses, and many conduits of water which flow
Into the
midst of it.
in places there are
Okay, read.
In places there are
in the city are
lakes, and people
on
in
the
the city are
in
countless in number.
number.
This is the best provided
the best
city in the
city
world.
in the
The
world.
streets and markets are full of land
You can't find.
Come on.
You could.
Come on, read.
Find in great abundance everything that you wanted.
Okay, fine. So, somebody need a chance to read.
Mummy.
Mummy, please. Mummy. The city seemed to me as large as Rome and very beautiful to the sight. There are many
Groves of the trees within it, in the gardens of the house, and many conduits of the water, which flow into the midst of it. And in place there are lakes. The people in the cities are countless in number. This is provided city in the world. The streets and the markets are full of land and oxen. You can find in great abundance everything that you want. Domino pace.
Okay, what is Domino Pace telling about Vijayanagara Empire?
Ma'am is telling about the Vijay that it's like a really good place. It has everything. It's like the best city for the world.
Anthony?
Sorry, ma'am.
Guys.
Ma'am, he was like praising the dynasty.
See, he was telling, it was very good. It was very large as Rome. And it's very beautiful. And there were many trees. There are many gardens, houses, and water that was flowing in the middle. And palaces. There are lakes also. The people in the city are countless. There are many people in the number and they are best provided. Okay, the streets and markets are full of laden oxen. Okay, you could find in great abundance, thing everything you wanted. So he is usually pricing it. Okay.
What is the meaning of laden oxen?
Like I think a small accent. Laden is something which is like young
Ma'am,
people.
it's like a
Young
bull.
people.
Ma'am, it's like a bull, I think.
Usually in this context, they are just telling like, yeah, of course, oxen.
Ma'am, it's
Guys, oh my god. Guys, please don't talk. Excuse me.
Ma'am, it's very hard to hear you.
Yeah, because like you guys are talking, right? See, I just unmuted you so that you can interact, like we can have a healthy conversation. But this is not how you should do now.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
today there is exam still.
You have your exams?
Ma'am, daily test do we have?
And today it is teaching day.
Yeah. See, you got it? Then we'll move forward for the next. Fall of Vijayanagara Empire. After the death, Devaraya's death in 1952.
Ma'am, 1592.
Yeah, sorry, 1592. Okay. So this empire, it fall down. Okay. It was like kind of finished after. Who's death? Devaraya.
Devarayas.
In the text, it is 1529.
Huh? 1592.
In the text, it is written as 1529.
Okay, I will just contact it with the team. I will let you know. We'll just keep this in this year alone on the hold. Okay. So in 1565, the Deccan Sultanates formed a coalition and defended Vijayanagara at the Battle of Talikota. So what happened in 1565? The Deccan Sultanates, okay, they formed a coalition. Okay.
Ma'am, isn't it basically like an alliance?
Yeah.
Ma'am, how did Devaraya die?
Ma'am, maybe it's during the war?
Yeah, maybe during the war.
Ma'am, according to the, if his death is in 1592, then how these things happen before that? That is in 1565.
Then it is 1529 only. I think the team had just typed it wrongly. Okay.
Okay. Okay. You haven't prepared for the class, ma'am.
No, I didn't prepare the PPT. The team prepared. I just teach.
Ma'am, it could also be a natural death also.
Okay, you just teach the PPT is prepared by someone else and you haven't prepared for it. You haven't read the text.
Yeah, like I have read like, yeah.
Then you should have known this year.
I'm like, okay, I will just contact it with the team. I will get back to you, ma'am.
Ma'am, could it be also natural death?
Yeah.
Since the big gap of the war and the... So it could be also because...
See,
the
what
big
was
gap.
given in your text? What was given in your text?
Ma'am, let me check.
Huh. See, wait, in 1565, okay? Just a moment. So in 1565, the Delhi Sultanates formed the...
He died, ma'am. Devaraya I died on February 25th, 1423, and Devaraya II died on May 24th of 1446.
46. Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, probably dates won't even be correct because it will be from the inscriptions.
See, he died on October 17, 1529. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Should we learn the dates for the exam?
Yeah, you should learn. It
Ma'am,
is
but mostly they won't ask it.
Huh?
Ma'am, mostly they won't
Ask.
Ma'am,
But you should also like...
Ma'am, but mostly it won't be definite. The date and day and all, it won't be definite because it's a long time before it.
Okay. Okay, so he died in 1529 and 1565. The Delhi Sultanates, they formed a coalition. That's a group or alliance, and they defeated Vijayanagara at the Battle of Talikota. Okay, when it happened? 1565. Okay, so the Delhi Sultanates, they formed a coalition or a group or alliance, whatever. They defeated Vijayanagara at which battle?
Talikota.
When? In which year?
1565. 1565.
Okay. So the city was sacked over several months. Houses, temple, palace, building, and shops were destroyed. Much of the civilians were massacred. That is killed. Okay. So this is the fall of the Vijayanagara Empire, right? You got it? Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. When did Devaraya dead? When he died?
Ma'am, he died in 1529 or
25.
1529. So okay. When 1565, what happened?
ma'am, the Battle of Talikota.
The Battle of
What
Talikota
happened?
happened in 1565 at Vijayanagara.
Ma'am, the Deccan Sultanates formed a coalition and defeated the Vijayanagar at the
Okay.
Battle of Talikota.
Okay.
The cities were sacked, and then there were houses and temples, places where buildings and were destroyed.
Much of the civilian was
Ma'am, it was a massacre in the battle.
Huh.
It was a big downfall of the Vijayanagar Empire.
Okay. Right. We'll move forward for the next slide. So the Battle of Talikota marked the beginning of the end. Beginning of the end. See, basically the end. Okay. End for the Vijayanagara Empire. So the empire fragmented into several regions ruled by Nayakas. Okay. So the empire came into end in the mid 17th century. This is Vijayanagara Empire. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So.
Can you explain this one more time?
Yeah. There is this Battle of Talikota. Okay. The Battle of Talikota. Okay. It was because of the Battle of Talikota, Vijayanagara Empire, it faced a very great loss. So it is like kind of an end for them. Okay. Ending period. So later this Vijayanagara Empire, it was broken into several pieces and it was ruled by the Nayakas. Okay. Then the empire came to an end in the mid 17th century. Right? Got it?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay then.
Can you show the slide one more time?
Huh?
Slide, the other slide, previous slide.
This one?
Yes, sir. This one.
Huh. Yeah. Fine. Fine.
Yes, ma'am. Can we continue?
Yeah. So the Mughals, Barbar conquest. That is Barbar's rule. Okay.
Ma'am, he was kicked out from his dynasty from Uzbekistan. He was kicked out from his dynasty, Uzbekistan.
Not Uzbekistan is a different country.
Ma'am, it's like my textbook present day is telling it's Uzbekistan.
Okay. Uzbekistan is a different country. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So Babu's a Turkic Mongol ruler and military strategist. He was also called as Babus. Babar also was also called as
Babus.
Okay.
Ma'am. Ma'am, today we have exam.
No. No, you don't have an exam. Okay. He was turned out of Samarkand and turned this site into India. See, he was a Turkish and Mongol ruler. Okay. At that time, like he was thrown out of Samarkand in his own area, like Turkey, maybe in that places. Okay. So he was ruling Samarkand. He was thrown out from there, and later, he was kept his eye on India. He was a descendant of Timur. He sought to establish a new empire. Okay, fine. You
Yes,
got
ma'am.
this, guys? Tell me what it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is Babur?
Fine, fine.
Ma'am, are you tired?
No. Tell me.
Unmute.
So Babur is a Turkish Mughal ruler. Okay, he was also a military strategist, and he was thrown out of Samarkand. So he came to India, and then he fought, and he was a descendant of Timur, and he fought and he established new empires. Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Where is he from?
Ma'am, he's from Samarkand.
Okay, Samarkand. He was a descendant of which person?
Timur.
Timur. Okay.
Timur.
So Battle of Panipat, 1526.
Ma'am, he defeated Ibrahim Lodi.
Yes, Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi at the Battle of Panipat. Okay.
Miss, can you
Ma'am,
show
he
one
used
cookie in the
gunpowder
Google?
as an advantage. Ma'am, he used gunpowder as an advantage. The
Yeah.
first person in India to use gunpowder.
Yes. Let me tell this. So this Babur, he defeated Ibrahim Lodi at Panipat. Okay, Panipat in 1526. Okay.
Ma'am, ma'am, the better way is to unmute us because it become a disturbance in the class.
Unmute or mute?
Mute, unmute. Say mute.
Mute.
Miss, can you show the slide of the Mughals?
Yeah. Wait. Okay, you can chat. You can ask your doubt later, okay? I'll be finishing within some time and you can ask me your doubts. Right? See, Babur, okay? He defeated Ibrahim Lodi at Panipat in 1526, right? And the pivotal battle heavily utilized recently introduced. In that battle, they have introduced, okay, and they have used gunpowder, okay, field artillery and matchlock guns, giving Babur, this is your technological advantage. Okay, so Babur, he defeated Ibrahim Lodi at the Battle of Panipat in which year? Give me your answers in chat. Give me all your answers in chat. Okay. Okay. Then he used what all the things he have used? Like gunpowder. And then what are the things he has used? Field artillery, matchlock guns, giving Babus a decisive technological advantage, right? Okay. Yeah. Fine. I'll move forward for the next slide. Fine. Can I? Okay. So founding the Mughal Empire. So Babur victory over Panipat effectively ended the Delhi Sultanate. So whose victory ended the Delhi Sultanate? It was Babur. Okay. So he defeated Ibrahim Lodi and he assumed control over the Delhi throne. He laid the foundation of vast and powerful empire in India. Right? Okay, you understood? So Babur's victory over Panipat, it effectively ended the Delhi Sultanate. He defeated whom? What's the name of the person he defeated? It was Ibrahim Lodi. And he laid the foundation of vast and powerful empire in India. Right? Yes. Can I move forward for the next slide? Give it in the chat box. You understood? I'm moving forward for the next slide, okay? So yeah, we are just gonna see about the Babur's impression of India, right? So yes, Alna. Alna Maria. Okay. So here Babur's impression of India. Babur left a candid autobiography of the great historical value. It is Babur Nama. What is his autobiographical book? It is 1 minute. Okay, it was Babur Nama. What is the name of the book? It was Babur Nama. Okay. In it, he came across cultural and intellectually curious with a keen appreciation of architecture, poetry, animal, and flora. What he was talking? He was talking about architecture, poetry, animal, and flora. He was talking about architecture, poetry, animal, and flora. What is the name of the book? Babur Nama. Okay. He was talking about culturally and the intelligent things such as architecture, poetry, animal, and flora. Despite his nostalgia for Central Asia and finding India, a country of few charms, he acknowledges vast wealth and countless artisans. The abundance likely influenced his decision to stay and build empire. So somebody wants to read it? I will unmute. Yeah. Okay, Rihanna. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
You can read.
The first paragraph or the second paragraph?
First paragraph, Rihanna. Second paragraph, Ritika. Third one, Ryan.
Okay, ma'am. Babur left a candid autobiography of great historical value, Babur Nama. In it, he comes across cultural and international curious with keen appreciation of architecture, poetry, animal, and flora. That's all.
Okay, Ritika, you are there? Raise your hand, Ritika. Yeah, unmute.
Despite his nostalgia for Central Asia and finding India a country of
Read a bit louder.
Despite his nostalgia for Central Asia and finding India a country of few charms, he acknowledged this vast and well countless artists and
Abundance.
Abundance likely influence.
Abundance is something which is very great, very big.
Likely influenced this decision to stay and build an empire.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Ryan, where are you? Raise your hand. Ryan? Yeah, you can read.
Babur was also brutal and ruthless conqueror. His memories recount the slaughter of entire population, enslavement of women and children, and his pride in erecting Tower of Skulls from plundered cities.
Okay, so if you just see about Babur, okay, he has just written an autobiography. What is its name? It is Babur Nama. In that book, what he was talking about, he talked about architecture, poetry, animal, and flora. Okay, so here in this, like, see, he came to India, that is like Central Asia basically. He came to India and finding like here he was like so much impressed. Okay, he also calls India a country of few charms. He also calls India a country of few charms. So he also told about his vast wealth, okay, countless artisans and the abundance. Okay, so it has like so much wealth. India is very rich. It is rich in everything. So he decided to stay here. And we also know that Babur was also a brutalist and the ruthless conqueror. He was very bad, basically. Okay, he would kill people like anything. He would slaughter. He would kill people like anything, and enslavement of women and children. Okay, and he takes pride in erecting Tower of Skulls from plundered cities. And he also like takes pride in erecting Tower of Skulls from plundered cities. Right? Fine. You got it? Can I move forward? Meaning of charms means something which is very beautiful charms and all that. So erecting is like something you will just like raise it. Okay? Can you see me? It is like raising. It's a step forward. So that's it. So wait. We have lot more. Wait. So the struggle for succession. So if you see 1530, after Babur, there was Humayun. He was Babur's son. Okay, he struggled for the kingdom, but he was facing internal and external challenges. Okay, in 1540, okay, in 1540 to 1555, okay, there was a rise of Shah Suri. Okay, he was a powerful Afghan leader. Okay, and he established the Sur Empire over larger parts of northern India. So 1540 to 1555, there was a ruler called Shah Suri. He established Sur Empire. After that, Humayun, he again fought back, and he again got the kingdom from Shah Suri. So it was Humayun's okay. So Humayun reconquered the lost ground and restored Mughal rule after years of exile. Okay, why didn't he reconquer the lost ground and restore the Mughal rule? And he restored Mughal rule after years of exile. Okay, he again got back the Mughal rule. Okay, then in 1556, a military soldier. Okay, he was a Himu. What is his name? Himu. He was a military soldier. He came back and he just captured Delhi for a shorter time. And what is his name? It was Hemachandra Vikramaditya. Just note down his name, Hemachandra Vikramaditya. Okay. So Akbar's victory at Panipat, after the second battle of Panipat, Himu was defeated by Akbar. After that only Akbar comes. In 1556, Akbar comes and he reclaimed Delhi from Mughals. From whom he bought back Delhi? It's from Himu. Okay, fine. Right, Aman. Yeah. So yeah, we'll move forward for the next slide. Yes. Yes. As well, tell me. Okay, wait. Let me finish and then I will show you, okay? Let me finish the things first. So here we are talking about Akbar. He was the greatest Mughal emperor, okay? He declared emperor at the age of 13 itself, okay? He became emperor, wait 1 minute. At the age of 13 itself, after his father's death. So in his military conquest, he showed no mercy, okay? He also killed so many people, okay? He showed no mercy and he also killed so many people. Okay. And political strategy, he will like marry. He will like if he has enemy country, he will go marry that country's princess. Okay. So he will go marry, and he also welcome Hindu leaders, that is Rajput leaders, into his court, and he also abolished jizya. Okay, jizya tax. Okay, and he promoted tolerance for all religion. Okay, he sees every religion as one. Okay, equally, every religion is equal. Shehikul, that is called the Shehikul. And cultural contributing, she established house of translation where major texts were translated into Persian. Right? Okay, I'll move forward for the next. Okay, his father was Humayun. So empire building, Akbar's long regime lasted almost 50 years. Okay, he ruled for almost 15 years. His middle period, it was relatively peaceful, while the last 15 years only, there were more fights. Like it has more fights in Kashmir, in Deccan and Afghanistan. Okay, but most of the time, like his region, like his reign, his ruling period was peaceful only. So cultural contributions, translations project, Akbar, he was illiterate, that is, he cannot read. Okay, he cannot read. Akbar had major Sanskrit texts translated into Persia. So what are they? Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, Panchtantra. Okay, so these texts were translated into Persian language. So architectural legacy in terms of building, he built a very magnificent city called Fatehpur Sikri near Agra. He built Fatehpur Sikri near Agra, featuring innovative elements that blended Persian, Islamic and Indian styles including Panch Mahal. Okay. Okay, so religious tolerance, he respected, he initiated interfaith dialogue. That is, he respected all the religions. Okay, and he created a new religion called Din Ilahi, which combined elements from various religions. Through it, it did not survive. It did not survive beyond the survey. See, it was there for a only short period. It was an interfaith religion. That means all religion are equal. What is the name of that? This was Din Ilahi. So yeah, that's all, guys. Wait, let me unmute. Yeah, that's all.
Eh,
Huh?
Ma'am,
Tell me. You can ask your doubts. You can ask whatever. You have remaining 7 minutes.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
can show the Akbar's reign.
Who is talking? I cannot hear you. Who is talking?
The Akbar the Great, the Emperor.
Ma'am, can we leave?
No, wait for some time. After that, you can leave. Who is talking now?
Ritika. Ritika. Can show the Akbar's reign. Akbar.
Ritika, is it you talking? Ritika?
Ma'am?
Huh?
Ma'am, you send me a request to unmute my.
Sorry?
Ma'am,
You send me a request.
One by
before
one.
architecture legacy, what was that?
Wait. It was translation project. He translated many Sanskrit texts into Persian language. That is Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, Panchtantra.
Wait, ma'am. Wait, ma'am, I want to write.
Okay.
Ma'am, can I leave?
Yeah, you can leave. It's almost like 5 minutes is there.
Ma'am? Ma'am, I am a new student. Can you please tell me your name?
Huh? Come on, once again.
Ma'am, I am a new student. Can you please tell me your name?
My name is Divya.
Once more, ma'am.
Huh?
Once more, ma'am. I didn't
Divya.
hear.
Divya.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah. So when did Barber die? Joel, you asked a question. So just wait. Somebody is writing the information from the slides.
Finish.
Since I am leaving, okay?
Ma'am, over. I wrote.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you show me the 1555 Humayun's reconquest?
Yeah,
once
yeah.
more?
1555. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
See, Babur died. Okay, wait.
Ma'am, can I leave?
Yeah. Babur died in December 26, 1530. 1530. Babur died in 1530.
Ma'am, can I leave?
Yeah. Any other doubts, people? How was the class? You can
It
talk.
was
How was it?
Good.
You understood? Was it too fast?
No.
No. You understood it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any feedback?
It was understandable and it was a great class.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. 5 stars. So out of 5, how much you will be giving me?
5 out of 6 out
You
of
can
5.
you can give in the comments also. You can just give it in the comments. Yeah.
Ma'am,
So
what is syncretic religion?
Huh?
Syncretic
Interfaith religion is, see, every religion is accepted. If I'm a Hindu, somebody is Christian, somebody is Muslim, somebody is Sikh, somebody is Buddhist, whatever religion you are, it is acceptable. We won't discriminate you based on your religion. Every religion is acceptable. So that is interfaith religion. Accepting every religion.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, any other things, guys? Any other doubts? You understood? You understood everything? Any doubts? Aman? Ameya? Nidhi? Karthik? I speak Tamil language. I can speak Telugu. I know Malayalam. Like, I can understand Malayalam very well. But while talking, I cannot talk that much fluent as you people. And then I can understand Kannada. I can understand Hindi. Yeah. You guys are from which part of Kerala? Do you have any other doubts? And I can
am
speak
from
very good.
Kottayam.
Kottayam, yeah. I have good friends in Kottayam.
I am
Hey,
from
do I look like Hitler, guys? Madhav, do I look like Hitler? Kannur. Kannur is a land of beaches. I like that place. Madhav, you are here? Unmute. Oh.
I was in Delhi.
Delhi, okay.
Yes.
Palakkad, Patnamthitta. I have friends there, Palakkad, Patnamthitta. Yeah. I have friends from all over the Kerala. Yeah, Evelyn. Yeah. So, guys, do you have any other doubts? Madhav, do I look like Hitler, Madhav?
No, ma'am.
No. No? Okay.
You
Okay,
know all
guys.
language. You know all language. That is it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. You're in which class?
8.
8. Okay. Okay, guys. Now,
I was in 8. I am in 8.
yeah, I'm from Tamil Nadu, Vellore, near to Chennai.
I was in Delhi. Now I came to Kerala.
Oh, okay. Fine. That's good.
Miss, I am from Malappuram.
Malappuram. Okay, nice. Very good.
I am from Karaganda.
Which district? Madhya Pradesh. Joel, you are from Madhya Pradesh? Fine. Okay.
Ma'am, I am from Kozhikode.
Kozhikode, okay. Good. Fine, nice.
Ma'am,
Okay, guys.
so where are you from?
I'm from Tamil Nadu.
So now where are you staying?
I'm in Vellore.
Vellore. In Cotton.
No, near to Chennai.
Okay.
Yeah. Kanav, no, I didn't call you Kanav. So yeah, Guys, class is fine, right?
Yeah, the class was great.
Okay, you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Any complaints? Any feedback?
No complaints. It was a great class.
Okay, guys, I think it's time. It's 8 o'clock. Your class will be ending by 8, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Good
Good
night,
night.
ma'am.
Good
Thank you,
night.
ma'am.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye. Good night.
Good night, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye. Good night. Bye bye bye.